Hello everyone. I am having coffee and I wanted to give y'all a little bit more understanding about why I'm not where I was. The lady that I was staying with decided to go on a Christian dating site 3 or 4 years ago. And she found this guy that had been in jail 25 years for hurting a child. And she fell in love with him, and he had a friend in the halfway house that was also a pedophile for 25 years in jail. And that's the one that is so fun. Oh my God, he likes to talk about what he did and how close he was to her and what they did with every single fucking detail. And I was hurt as a child. And I told him, please stop. And then I said, stop again. And then I said, stop again. And he said, you need to learn how to deal with this and just let it go. I was like, bitch, I don't want to hear your rape story coming straight from the mouth of a pedophile fantasizing about a little girl. And then the lead singer supports the two pedophiles. One lives in her house, one lives outside on the property next to her house. They just put up a fence and rezoned it so they could have two pedophiles on one property. They're rich, they're smart, and I told her what he said to me and how he traumatized me. And I asked her to say something to him because this was the second time it happened. First time was a few days earlier. He tried to go into detail. I stopped him. Okay, so this is the second time it happened. And the second time I told him, stop now. You're traumatizing me. I don't want to hear your fucking rape story. Because there's a point when you fantasize about it. He was fantasizing. I'm telling you, I was hurt as a child. I was traumatized and it upset me. When I went to her, she told me I need to learn to be a better listener. I told her I'm not going to listen to a pervert talking about hurting a child, and he was seriously fantasizing. Do you see the seriousness in my eyes? I sent a text to the preacher and said, I will not sing standing next to someone who protects pedophiles that are not reformed, not trying, and clearly predatoring on people. And she welcomed me to her house almost like a gift to her little predator friend so he would have someone to play with. I'm telling you, this woman is psycho. Befriending 25-year felon child offenders and then bringing pretty girls to the altar of the demons. And I did not accept any of that. And I asked her if he told her what he was trying to tell me, and she just smiled and said, I need to be a better listener. And I'm sorry, but I'm not listening to a pedophile drooling over the last time he was with a woman. Not happening. Anyway, I'm out here trying to get away from trauma and people that like causing trauma, because I'm not going to a church where I got a pedophile on the front row and 2 seats back, children everywhere. I'm not going to a church that supports raping children and allowing pedophiles at the church. Not doing it. And I'm not singing with a woman who is supporting 2 and bringing pretty girls to the altar to offer as a sex toy to this sicko. And I should listen to him. I'm a bad person because I'm not listening to him. So that's why I'm here. Do you see this? Do you hear this? This is happiness. No one has ever hurt me when I was in nature. When I was a kid, my mom was really messed up and she worked in bars. And she had no choice. She was a single mom. And I got hurt because men are mean. I've never seen a demon in the astral realm, none that can hurt me. But here in human form, when I was a little girl, they hurt me. And I can't be around that. I just can't. And I'm proud of myself for standing up and not keeping my mouth shut and not listening to this bullshit. I am uncovering the demons. I am putting them in the light. They are not welcome here. If that is at church, I don't want to go to church. I'm out here in nature. This is where God wants me. God wants me right here where I'm safe, where I'm happy, where I can get peace and healing. I don't care if I'm homeless. That lady said, "You're running away again, aren't you?" I said, "Bitch, I'm getting away from evil. Because if I stay, I'm going to tell everybody at the church, and I'm going to see if they even know their children are 2 rows away from a child sex offender. And the singer brings people to her house that are of age, of course, as sacrifice to the pedophile that lives on her property, the one she can't have. She's got 2 pedophiles. You know, how many more does she need? How many fucking pedophiles do you need?" And she said, "Well, I got hurt when I was younger." I said, "I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to sit there and support these bitches. They can't get jobs. They get very little money." She supports completely 100%. They don't do nothing. Both of them. She supports them. That's why I left the church. That's why I'm not going to sing with the church anymore. But guess what? I sing to the trees, and I sing to the birds, and I sing to the clouds, and I get to be outside where no one is hurting me. This is my happy place. This is what makes me, me. I'm not going to sit there. Even when I was younger, I was a stripper, and guys like to appreciate a pretty woman. Just like me, if I see a guy with a cowboy hat and boots, I'm at the grocery store or I'm at the gas station, I'm like, "Oh, baby, that's some good-looking DNA." But you know what? I don't go home and drool and jack off and shit. There's a freaking limit, okay? You don't have to be a creep. You can appreciate a pretty body. Anyway, so it's really hard to get this shit out of your head because in psychology it's called looping. And you replay what you did over and over again. And I keep replaying talking to this woman because I don't understand how she can be so nonchalant when you say, "Hey, Creep is over here fantasizing and telling you every single detail of what he did to that little girl. Can you please tell him?" You don't do that. You don't just tell complete strangers this shit. And she's like, "You should be a better listener." I'm not going to listen to that shit. They're all crazy. Okay, that's demons. That's porn demons. They just want to... If you listen to that, and you supposedly were hurt, but you listen to that, and then you smile, there's something wrong with you, motherfucker. There's something wrong with you fuckers. Anyway, no more church. This is my church. I'm going to be here at Cedar Creek for a little while. It's beautiful out here. You get 14 days. And then I'm going to try to get to Steel Creek because it's only about 20 minutes from here. And they have crystal blue water. You remember Steel Creek. I took lots of video from Steel Creek. Look at my nose. I have the cutest nose. I don't have to have nose surgery. I got a cute nose. I got a big old fat square nose, but it's cute. Look at my nose. I'm vain. Anyway, I'm enjoying this day. We're supposed to have overcast, so I'm getting right with God. The wind is blowing off all the demons. And y'all, I done binded these 3 people, and I put a circle of God around them. And then I put the mirror, you know, the mirror thing where the mirror is on the inside of the bubble. So everything they try to do to hurt people is blocked by the mirror and reflected back to them. And then I put a seal around their house. You just imagine this and ask the angels and spirit guides to help you. So I put a seal around the house. I'm doing the same thing with light poles everywhere so that the white light will be there protecting that land and that area. And then I put a seal around the house so that their negativity can't get out and affect the neighbors, because they were pissed off at one of the neighbors had an 18-wheeler and this much room to turn. And he had to turn around when he came home. So they were bitching because he was using this much of their property. That was on way the end of the land, at the end, way down there. Nobody gave a fuck about that much room on the end of a property. But these people did. These are the pedophile demons at the church singing and sitting on the front row and dancing, having fun, eating, fa la la la. Fuck you, okay? No more demons for me. Anyway, I kind of like my messy hair. I hear my mama in my head all the time. Brush that hair. Shannon Renee, brush that hair. This is for you, Mom. I am not brushing my hair today. Anyway, so I'm fighting demons by bringing them into the light, and everybody at the church now knows, and there's not very many people. There's like 10 people since the church burned down, and now that everybody knows there's a pedophile singing, a pedophile defender singing, and a pedophile, I doubt anybody goes there anymore. That church is the end of it. The thrift store is amazing, though. You should see the lady that runs the thrift store. I've been working my butt off for her. I love her. It's at a little storage unit, and people come and donate stuff, and it's like Trader Days every day. They have so much stuff. One man's trash is another man's treasure. That shit makes me happy, hanging out with good people. She got a lot of good people working for her. I love the lady that runs the thrift store. I hope I keep in touch with her. Maybe I'll come back to town eventually. But after Cedar Creek first. That's where I'm at now. Then I'm going to go to Steel Creek. And then I'm going to go back to Granbury, hopefully Hunter Park, and just be there I just can't do this no more. Everywhere I go, someone uses me, abuses me, and hurts me. And tries to make me listen to their demon pedophile story. Fuck you, okay? Fuck you. Anyway, I hope she gets to hear this. I hope she plays it over and over again and sees that y'all talk in the comments and let her know this ain't right. And she said, well, I tried to warn you he wasn't looking for a friend. I said, bitch, you never said nothing to me about him being a 100% predator after pussy, and you brought me to the fucking slaughter. Thanks, bitch. And she put my tent right in front of his house. So he was only like 10, 15 foot from me at all times. And he would sit there all night long on his front porch. And he said he would watch my tent. And he would see it blowing in the wind. He just watched me. He fucking predator hunting me. Anyway, at the church. That church is over with. It's over with. Everybody knows now. The lead singer's the fucking first row. Yay. Yay. Anyway, yeah, I'm looping. Psychology, looping. But the thing I'm looping about is how proud I am of myself, because look what I did. Instead of enabling pedophiles. This is what I choose. Last night I fell asleep listening to the crickets and stuff. It was just so fucking beautiful. I don't even know how to tell you how beautiful it is out here. Anyway, I'm having a wonderful morning. Look at this beautiful spot. I got my little shaded area with my pink fuzzy chair. I'll have to do a video and I got a pink fuzzy chair. And then this is my house. And I've only had it a few months and that bitch is already falling apart. I've had to jerry rig the hell out of it. Duct tape. I'm telling you, it's bad. And then over here we got the pavilion thing with my fire. And there's wood everywhere. Y'all know how I am about natural wood. Oh, it's starting to sprinkle. Okay. I'm happy. I'm going to dance in the rain, y'all. Anyway, I'm going to upload this. Now you know why I left. I'm not staying around demons. I'm exposing demons. So if anybody doesn't like the way I handled this, I don't give a fuck. Go get some God, because I'm exposing demons. Love y'all. Mwah.